Hello everyone, welcome to your second royal reading today, a Wednesday here at MadWorldTarot. I have the new Palladini Tarot on the tarot table for this reading. We're looking at a royal, a non-working royal that we don't often look at, but I think she occupies quite an important place amongst the younger generation, and this is Zara Tyndall. Because I think she is someone that is really trusted. She and Mike, of course, by William and Catherine. And I think that she got on pretty well with Harry before you know who came along. And of course, Princess Anne's daughter. So her take on things I think is quite interesting and possibly might be quite useful to explore. We like to look at all the royals on this channel, not just the royals who want us to look at them all the time, shall we say. So I'm going to look at something that she said at a lunch or even a luncheon last week. It was at the London Sporting Club, and she seemed to be giving a talk, and she said something about the royal family, and she said that they are, the royal family is, she said, it's, and I'm quoting, it's hard to see from the outside, but 100% it is a family that is still going through the same struggles other people do. And then she went on to say that whatever the relationships, we are still very supportive of each other. So it seemed to be a bit of a reference to the difficulties that are going on in the royal family. It was very soon after Harry's BBC interview exploded without a warning on the royal family. So bit of a message possibly, or maybe I'm reading too much into this, but other people have picked it up, other news outlets have picked it up. It was first reported in the Sun newspaper and it's been picked up elsewhere. So I'm going to have a look at Zara Tyndall and her opinion of various situations. We're going to get her take on William and Catherine's situation right now and the role Harry and Meghan might have had to play in the struggles William and Catherine have been going through. Same thing with King Charles and his struggles, role of Harry and Meghan and that. And then we're going to look at her opinion of Harry and Meghan and their marriage, her opinion of Harry and his behavior, and then her opinion of whether Harry will ever be brought back into the royal family and whether she personally, Zara, would support it. So it's tarot. I need to stress this very much. It's tarot. One more shuffle. It is for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It's just pure speculation. Zara hasn't said anything about any of these things. So it's my speculation. I'm reading energy. And of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it. Please do your own research. Please form your own opinion. So this is truly an energy reading. Based on that one comment, we're going to look at the various situations confronting the royal family currently and see what Zara might think about the situation. So that hopefully has explained what we're up to in this reading. And we have our underlying energy is the Fool, and it's in reverse. I personally think that that is Harry's energy that is showing up here as the underlying energy. I think in the context of that explosive BBC interview, I'm using the language that was used in this newspaper article, by the way. They talked about the explosive BBC interview and Zara, of course, making the speech or whatever she was doing at this luncheon very soon after that speech. There we have the Fool, somebody who's done something really stupid, really rash, really not thought through. And of course, the Fool is fresh start and getting another chance at something. When it's upright in reverse, you don't come back from this. You don't get a fresh start. You don't get a welcome as a prodigal when the Fool is in reverse. It's very interesting because that's been a constant theme in the press in the past few days, that there is no coming back from this for Harry. this BBC interview was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. So that's our underlying energy situation. We're looking at Zara Tyndall for once. And I forgot to check her sign. I did used to know it. I've forgotten. 7 of Rods in reverse is being vulnerable, being open to attack when you're in that 7 of Rods in reverse energy. And that's the royal family. That's where the royal family is right now because of this Fool, in my opinion. I'm not saying that that's what Zara thinks. This is how I am reading the energy. In my opinion, because of this Fool and his rash acts, the royal family is very vulnerable, weakened right now. And it's very difficult for them to clap back, to defend themselves, to stand up for themselves, and actually kind of claim the higher ground and assert themselves. So she sees that, I personally believe. So let's have a look at her possible opinion of William and Catherine and the situation that they are in right now, the struggles that they have been going through. What does she think? She's got the 6 of Cups energy here, and that's a very sweet energy. So obviously the energy that's coming through is of healing, of going back to more happy and innocent times. 6 of Cups is the past. It's got an energy of reunion about it. And I don't mean that they split up and then they're reunited. That's the sugar narrative that's coming, in my opinion, from California. That's my personal opinion. I have to say I have no basis for it. It's just what I personally suspect. But the 6 of Cups for me is telling me that they've got through something difficult and they're going back almost to when they first met, and that sweet kind of, they were very young, they were in their late teens, early 20s when they met. They're going back to that kind of energy. And she sees that, and I think it's very tender energy, it's very innocent energy, it's very lovely energy. Of course, they went back to Scotland to celebrate their wedding anniversary, and I think that's quite sentimental, and that's the energy of the 6 of Cups. That's what's coming through. So, role of Harry and Meghan in the struggles that William and Catherine have been through in the past about 18 months. That Zara sees, wow, we've got the Lovers in reverse. This is terrible energy. This is a terrible indictment, and we have to remind you that this is my opinion. The Lovers is about a couple united in reverse. It's about a split. I think that there's quite a heightened awareness amongst the royals. I'm going to implicate all of the royals now in this thought, belief, maybe is a better word, that there's quite a potent energy coming from California to break William and Catherine up. I'm going to say that. This is my energy reading. This is my speculation. This is what's coming through in the cards. And of course, if you went to certain sites and if you read what the filth and the vileness, the bile and the poison that was being pumped out relentlessly by certain parties on social media this time last year, you will know exactly what that Lovers card in reverse signifies. There were some appalling rumors being put out there and circulated, spread very deliberately, and I think that that is what this Lovers card in reverse is referencing. So we're going to move on from that very ugly energy, and we're going to look at the King and his personal struggles that he's been going through. What does Zara think allegedly about that? And we got the 3 of Cups. We're also getting a happy card here. We're in much better energy than I'm pretty sure we would have got if we'd done this reading a year ago. This is very happy. This is celebrating. This is feeling much more relaxed, being able to focus on more pleasant things than just treatment and one's own mortality and what all of this means, and misery and all of that. It's now happy energy, it's celebrating, it's spending time with people you love, doing the things that you love, even if doing the things that you love actually means going out and shaking hands and traveling, going off to Canada soon, somewhere else, forgotten where, but it's that kind of thing. It's getting back to doing the things that the king really enjoys, and Zara is seeing that and she's happy about it. Just like she's seeing this tender, sentimental energy between William and Catherine, and she's very happy to see that energy as well, in my opinion. The role of Harry and Meghan in the struggles, I'm using her word, that the king went through. Page of Cups in reverse, very hurtful. They hurt the king with this Page of Cups in reverse. It's unkind words, hurtful words, disloyalty, breaking faith. It's also children energy, withholding children, using children to taunt and to tease and torment. But also just this constant demand for an apology. Page of Cups is about apologies, constant blaming and shaming, and just making life a misery with the negative communications. That's Page of Cups. So interesting that Zara also, in my opinion, is seeing that kind of unkindness and wounding in that Page of Cups in reverse. How about her view of Harry and Meghan and their marriage? What does she think of that situation right now? And we've got the World, and that's an interesting card because in this particular tarot we have this woman at the heart of the World card. It's a woman, it's not a couple, at the heart of the World card. And we are in the New Palladini Tarot. Of course, the World is an ending, a completion of something, a successful completion of something, the desired outcome, getting what you wanted out of a situation. There is no sign of Harry in that card. There is every sign of Meghan in that card. She has a fixed sign, of course, and the World is normally, and they are in there in the corners, sort of, are they? No, they're not. I thought they were. Sorry, my mistake. Normally it's the 4 fixed signs in the World card, depicted in the World card, but we've got a fixed sign woman, in my opinion, there at the center of this. And I think Meghan has worn a dress a bit like that dress that I had to draw up to cover up certain things that YouTube does not like to see on YouTube, amazingly. But anyway, so I'm getting that Zara is looking at the situation and thinking Meghan's got what she wants out of it, and this is my interpretation. I'm just speculating again, that Meghan's got what she wanted out of the situation, and the situation might be coming to an end. What does Zara think of Harry right now? And that's Meghan's energy. Queen of Rods. Meghan has shown up twice in this column, the Harry and Meghan column. There's no sign of Harry here. There's Harry, the Fool in reverse, in my opinion, which has led to that 7 of Rods in reverse for the royal family. But Meghan has shown up when I ask, what does Zara think about Harry? We get the Queen of Rods, or the Queen of Wands more conventionally, and that is Meghan, the fire sign woman, the Leo that we've been talking about here in the World card. She's showing up. Her energy is dominant. He is, in my opinion, what Zara thinks about the situation is that Harry is under Meghan's thumb. Harry does what Meghan wants Harry to do. That's how it's reading for me. Okay? So let's move on to prospects of Harry returning to the royal family. How does Zara see this? Harry being welcomed back into the royal family. What does she think about this? Does she think it's likely, possible? What? No. Page of Rods in reverse. She thinks no chance of this. It's an adventure that's gone wrong. The Page of Rods is someone who likes to have little adventures and travel, do exciting new things. It's also PR, a lot of PR. It's news and spin, and it's in reverse. This is many levels, all talking to me at once, but the one thing would be, it would be bad news for the royals, it would not go down well with the public. It's one level of energy that I'm getting. I'm also getting that he's just been too rash, too reckless, too unpredictable, too destructive, too attention seeking for it to be possible, too immature, too petty and too petulant, and all of those words that we like to use on this channel. Page of Rods and Reverse, no. I think no chance of it. It's just, you messed up, and that opportunity has gone now. Would she support him? I'm talking generally up here in possibilities, just in general, how she sees it, of Harry coming back. And no, I think that interview really was the death knell for Harry's chances in the royal family, because that Page of Rods is kind of an interview energy. It's broadcasting energy. It's spreading a word, the word around. The word is Harry's anger, viciousness, lack of forgiveness, lack of trustworthiness, all of that stuff that he himself spread around through the BBC. That's, I'm interpreting energy, I'm putting words in Zara's mouth, I'm reading tarot. Final card for this reading. Would she support Harry if he made some effort to seek forgiveness and fight his way back into the family, not necessarily as a working royal, but back in that big family that she talks about as just a family like any other family, with its struggles and its relationships and its whatevers? Would she support him? No. No. Ten of Swords. He's done. He's finished. That is one of the most chilling cards that I have read in a very long time. I can't tell you the level of emotion. It's hitting me in my heart. It's hitting me in my solar plexus. I want to cry. I've been having a great day. It's a beautiful day here. I'm in fantastically happy, good space in my own life, my family's life, my little communities. Everything's great. When I look at that Ten of Swords, I want to collapse on the floor and sob. It's so bad. It's so bad from Zara's perspective of how unhappy she is, how broken she is about this, in my opinion. It's so bad for Harry of how done he is, and he doesn't get it. He could live another 50 years or more, 60 years. There's longevity in those genes, and particularly those Windsor genes. He could have 60 more years on this earth to regret what he's done in the past 6 years or 7 years. It's horrible, horrible energy. I can't even begin to say how bad that card is. So sorry to end on such a downer, but there it is. That's what the cards have to say. Of course, it's just opinion. And let's hope Harry can turn this thing around for his sake and for the royal family's sake. Somehow I feel the need to say that. And I don't mean in terms of forgiveness or anything like that, back as a working royal. It's a horrible energy to have hanging over any family. Let's put it like that, which is basically what Zara was saying last week at the London Sporting Club lunch. Thanks for watching this reading and for supporting this channel. I will see you again tomorrow.